What up, chess gangsters? I got the apartment all to myself. My roommate's out of town. Got a stick of butter out of the fridge. Gonna make some chocolate chip cookies, some gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. Actually, I got it out of the freezer, so I gotta wait a long time for it to thaw a little bit. And what better way to pass the time than to help my man David get his chess game up? And we got a surprise for you so far. This is, let's see, I think this is Analyze My Friend's Game 37? Is it 37 already? We spent that much time together? I think it's 37, and all the 36 other games have been losses. But here's one that he won, but he's like, yeah, I played a pretty good game, but still analyze it. So this was in a Blitz tournament under 2000 arena, I think, and it's punted berserk, so let's root for David. Well, we don't need to root because we already know what happened, but I think the critical test is take this. But I don't fault from someone for not going for the mainest main lines here. Yeah, we got. I'm going to include two games from this position in the video description. One, both like 2,700 players, or 27 versus 27, and 27 versus 2,600. One were white one and one were black one. Because I know David. Pretty sure David plays this for both sides. I think, or does he play the Rue Lopez? I don't remember. It's hard to keep track of what openings David plays. But he definitely plays this with black, clearly. So, anyway, bishop b3 was played. David took. I mean, I would back up the knight, but okay. So now David has the two bishops. And I think this was the last of the GM games, I think. Queen e2 was played. So now we're in new territory. H3, I mean H6. I don't have too much commentary so far because both sides are playing pretty well. I notice David likes to play his knight here and then plays knight here and try to trade pieces. I'm not sure why he does that. Maybe it is the thing to do in some lines like this. I'm not sure. Yeah, engines recommended different stuff. A5, gain space on the queen side. Knight d7, maybe with the same idea, a5 and then knight here. I don't know about that though, because bishop can take and knight can take. So I'm not sure what the engine idea is. Shall we take a peek? Rook a. First it said d1, now it's saying e1. d1 makes more sense to me. Huh, okay, a4. And I assume if knight takes, then bishop's gonna take. Oh, never mind. This pawn. Yeah, classic chess geometry. A pawn push over here weakens a pawn in the middle. It's kind of like an accelerated dragon of the Sicilian. Similar idea. So let's see, black should ignore it. Try to get rid of his double pawn. Queen b8. This is all a little abstract from what happened in the game. Okay, let's just look at the game. Mostly I'm going to look at computer lines if it's like a sharp tactical line, if it's just some positional idea that the computer has. I mean, we'll go into it if it's a significant change in the eval, but okay, knight h7 is not so bad. David's trying to trade. I'm not sure why. I mean, I can kind of understand. He'll get a pawn to the center. If black trades everything, maybe can push, attack the king. Although, if everything gets traded, it's not so significant. Okay. C6 was played. Oh, already there's a first real tactical moment, somewhat tactical. This pawn is hanging here. Black can take on h6 with a discovery on the knight. But then we're going to take this knight. This, I mean, this is a computer line, but it's not too difficult to see. It's pretty forced. And now the knight comes back, and it's a double attack on this bishop and this pawn. And after the bishop retreats, we emerge a pawn up. Not just a pawn up, but we have two nice central pawns versus black's 0 central pawns. So, yeah, I'm not sure if David didn't notice his pawn was hanging, or he was worried about this tactic. But either way, he played c6, getting rid of the knight. But now David no longer has the two bishops, and his pawn structure's a little compromised. Yeah, rook a d1 makes rook a d1 makes a lot of sense. Putting pressure. This pawn is kind of backwards. Now white's structure is kind of good because he's got all his pawns on light squares, has a dark squared bishop. It's hard for white to break in the center. If he pushes f5, for example, then like these pawns will be super weak. So white has a slight advantage, but white goes in for the kill. f6 is a good move. So it's kind of similar now. Both sides are putting their pawns on the opposite. Well, white didn't choose to put these there. I mean, he did choose to put those there, but you know what I mean. He didn't. It wasn't his intention to do this and then trade light square bishops. It's just black provoked that. But yeah, the structure is actually should be pretty safe for the black king. Yeah, white pushes. Engine thing to take. You know, it's funny. I feel like a lot of people, when the h pawn comes rolling, people don't even think to take. They're like, it's like taboo to take, but sometimes it's fine to take. Black takes. G5 is very aggressive. Very aggressive. And if the white queen comes in, I suppose, yeah. Now the white's queen has to actually back up, or else she may be trapped. So, yeah. It's important to remember, as Major Juak says, white has a king too, and if black can get pieces to the h file before white, then it'll actually be him who's attacking. But okay, bishop f7 is not bad. David chases the queen again. She runs back again. Still, black can take this pawn. Instead, he pushes forward. I mean, this is a pretty well played game for blitz. This is better quality than most of my blitz games, certainly. And David takes. It's a free pawn. And it's in a dark square. Can support with b6. White is first to the file. David plays b6 just to safeguard this pawn. Rook d2. And yeah, here g5 is good, according to the engine, and blocks up this bishop. Can win this pawn later. David plays g6. And yeah, this may be the worst mistake of the game until maybe a little later when both sides get in time pressure. But yeah, generally the queen is the worst blockader of a pawn. And the queen is actually nicely placed here, controlling, oops, not that one, controlling some penetration square. So the engine recommends king h7, and the king is actually pretty safe over here. This pawn is actually in black's way. If I mean, excuse me, in white's way. If white didn't have this pawn, he'd have some serious threats. Check. Maybe not quite winning threats, but this pawn is actually a liability. So yeah, the king is safe over here. Instead, David runs over with the queen, and the rook penetrates a bit. Yeah, engine actually says best move is to go back to e7. Instead, David defends the bishop. Does leave this guy hanging, but taking this doesn't really. Actually, let's look at that just out of curiosity. Yeah, this rook back to f7 now. And yeah, it says it's about equal. It actually still says black is the one with an advantage. These rooks look kind of threatening, but they're not doing too much over here. And this queen is actually really in a bad way. She'd love to get back over here to support these guys, but yeah, she's kind of stuck. So okay, where were we? David defends the bishop. White really wants to attack. Now g5, except now g5 is not as good. White missed a tactic here. This one's kind of hard to see, especially in a blitz game, to really calculate. I mean, you could do it as an intuitive sacrifice. So white backed up, but just takes, takes, takes. Um, if you're going over here, that's really bad news. I assume. Oh, not even taking this pawn, just coming here. And now we get the bishop with an attack. So that would be bad. And if black runs to the f file, f4, this move looks slow. But what is black going to do? He takes queen. He can even take with a queen. And if here, queen g5. Yeah, now all of a sudden this pawn is strong. And there's this threat. Yeah, black is just toast. Rook f1 is coming, and there's no escape. So yeah, black way early. Should have played g5 way earlier. Now when he plays it, there's a tactic to the exposed nature of black king. But not taking it. Again, white had a free pawn. It does feel risky to take this pawn because you're like leaving this guy to push. But I assume if push, we're going to tuck our king in the corner. Oh, silly me. You can just jump back and take it. And yeah, this queen and this bishop are kind of nicely dominated. And white's not getting a rook over here anytime soon. So yeah, that'd be a good position. Instead, queen swings back to e7. I guess pressuring the rook in some lines. I don't understand these next few moves of white. He just throws away 2 pawns for no reason. And after this, white should push forward. I mean, white gave black this extremely powerful pass pawn that's like about to queen in one move if white doesn't play this. So why not? And it's nicely defended by the bishop here. Instead, I'm not sure what c5 is about. I mean, I guess black's trying to protect this pawn, but wouldn't you rather protect this pawn? It's a lot more valuable. Okay, c5. Yeah, again, king h7. The problem with rook ad1's rook ad8's a natural move, but at the end of the day, it hangs this pawn. And this is, this is a nice outside pass pawn. So engine says just don't rush. White has these rooks. Looks like he's attacking, but I'm not sure how we really solve this a-pawn issue. White just makes a normal move. And black just is going to take this. King g6. Yeah, there's no rush to oppose these rooks because they're not penetrating anywhere. And yeah, in the meantime, white is, wow, 3 extra pawns up. So no rush there. So now black should take this with check. And yeah, he's still in the game. If he manages to win some pawns back and then gets into an opposite bishop endgame, should be drawn, but excuse me. Remember, white did berserk, so he's probably down to like a minute or less on the clock by now. Yeah, now David plays king h7, but he should play his queen somewhere to defend this pawn, or throw in a check. I'm not sure what this is doing though. What is okay? I would want to keep the king here to keep that check in reserve, but okay. Either way, he should have done one of those 2 moves. And yeah, now he's lost back. Both pawns on this should be a draw. And now there goes a 3rd pawn, so this should be drawn now. I assume both sides probably had like less than a minute here. So, but yeah, king here, very risky due to mating threats on the king side. I'm not sure why this is the best move. This is just screaming to be played. But the king can just go back, and check leads to nothing. But yeah, in a blitz game, I'd probably play this over queen b7. Doesn't seem to speak to me. Here, this is the only move. Maybe f3 is possible. Yeah, still pretty terrible. Yeah, king h2 is the only move. Instead, white makes a random queen move, and now David's mating. So nice work, David. You mated the guy. You played a really good game. I'm gonna have to step up my own game, my own YouTube analyzing game, because yeah, it's a lot harder to help you out when you're not making obvious mistakes. But don't make obvious mistakes on my behalf. I mean, really, this was a pretty excellent game for a blitz game, and nice to see you beat this 1900 guy, get some good points, and yeah, probably not going to analyze another one tonight. I'm pretty tired, but I should have time to do some more games tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Take it easy.